Okay, hi everyone. This is Ria Stevenson, and I'm back again to do a webinar. This week it's on inclusion. So, topics that we're going to be covering is we're going to be looking briefly at an introduction. We would have done an activity, but nobody's actually logged on to the webinar for this evening, so it's just been recorded to add to the website. So we won't do the activity. We're going to look at delivery, ideas for activities, things to consider, and then we would have had questions. However, if you do have any questions, you can email Lauren following this recording. So, inclusion then. So, inclusion is seen as a universal human right. The aim of inclusion is to embrace all people irrespective of race, gender, disability, medical or other need. And it is about giving equal access and opportunities and getting rid of discrimination and intolerance, removal of barriers. It affects all aspects of public life. In education, inclusion has become the main term used to describe the right of parents and children to access mainstream education alongside their peers, where parents want it and children's needs can be met. Integration, where the focus was on the child's ability to adapt, has been replaced by inclusion. So the focus for inclusion is on the setting's ability to adapt to the needs of the child, altering where necessary the way it works. Okay, so the activity that we would have done is here, but I'm going to skip that slide and that one. Okay, so that's great, but how do we deliver inclusion to our groups? Well, we're going to be going through some examples. However, we advise that you consult the following guidebook. So look at the activities for elfin groups, your pioneer groups, venturer groups, and they're all available via the Woodcraft Folk website and can be found on the bottom link. Or the links as well are available via the website. We'd normally email them out, but as there's been no participants again this week, there's nobody for me to email them to. So, wood chips and elfins then. So with wood chips, inclusion is much more embedded within general activities at group nights, etc., like the importance of sharing snacks equally, importance of each individual's expression of opinion, and being able to demonstrate that and translate that to the children, the importance of sharing equally and being able to have your own say. Elfins, you could use circle time, asking questions such as, what made you happy today? And then emphasising the importance of allowing everyone to speak and voice their own opinions. We also have an activity here for pioneers. So having your say, introduce a discussion about participation, ask what they understand about participation and democracy, encourage that through discussion. Then encourage ownership of the activity by asking whether they agree that as part of Woodcraft Folk they all feel included, and get them as a group to list how. And they can do this on flip chart paper or on note paper, spider diagrams, lists, any way that they want to do it really, taking ownership of the activity. And then for venturers, playing your part. You can use this activity, which is to prepare cards with headings such as, what if money were no object, or where would you choose for our next camp? They also get given role cards, and then they get into groups of 5 to 6 participants, and you give each person a different role card. Then give them a discussion topic card and ask them to discuss the question in role. So they have to do it within the role that's on the card. And then after 5 to 10 minutes, stop the discussion and ask the groups if they can identify the role that each person was playing. So, things to consider then. Well, when delivering to different age groups, remember the learning objectives are really key here. So you have to make really cohesive and deep and meaningful learning objectives in order to translate the objectives over to the students. Parental involvement, where you can involve parents who've come along to groups or have come along to support their children, involve parents in the activities. Consider the age that you are delivering to and adjust the activity and the language that you use to suit. And of course, I just said language. That's really key about using language which is appropriate to the age group that you're using. And also consider literature, materials and resources that are available to you. There's a wealth of information on the Woodcraft Folk website, so make sure that you're tapping into that to be able to get support in delivering these objectives to the individuals within your group. Okay, so I think in terms of that, then the recap, we didn't look at the matrix. We didn't do the activity because nobody's actually logged on. So we did look at delivery and ideas and things to consider, and also remember the web links and the resources list. Thank you very much, guys. I've been Ria Stevenson. Hope this has been informative for you. And if you want any more information, you can then go to the website. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.